gas prices and a new plan lawmakers have to offset it. Right now, we know two things to be true. There's a major war happening right now in Ukraine, and it's driving up gas prices here across the U.S. We also know Russia is responsible for about 10% of our fuel supply, and as retaliation for their attacks, the U.S. is not accepting their oil imports. While most Americans understand the situation at hand, with no end in sight to this war, many are in need of some relief. The national daily average has been more than $4 per gallon for 2 weeks now, but there could be some help on the way. House Democrats proposed 3 bills aimed at sending direct payments to Americans to help cover high gas prices. Dr. Scott Simpkins is the chair of the economics department at North Carolina A&T. He says the proposals follow similar guidelines to last year's COVID-19 stimulus, with some differences though.
So people are feeling the pain of this rapid and significant increase in gasoline prices, especially those who may be on fixed incomes, low incomes, similar to the kinds of relief efforts that were put forward to deal with the COVID epidemic, and to help ease the pain of people who may have lost jobs or out of jobs, caring for children, etc., during that period of time.
One proposal would send energy rebate checks to Americans like the third stimulus payment, so $100 per month for individuals or $200 to couples, plus $100 for each dependent. This would be for each month the national gas price exceeds $4 per gallon. A second proposal does not use the national gas price average as a measuring stick, but calls for households to receive a monthly advance tax credit. Similar to last year's monthly child tax credit, this money would come from taxing oil companies. The size of the payments to Americans would be based on how much money is raised by that tax. And then this third proposal also targets big oil companies. This bill calls for quarterly payments to Americans who meet the same income thresholds. Makers of the bill estimate single filers getting $240 per year and joint filers receiving $360.
The question is, when do those tax credits, when do those stimulus checks end if gas prices come down, for example? And so the question is this a temporary increase in prices of gasoline, or is it something long-term? And the answer to that question may determine what the best policy response is.
For a full breakdown of the proposals, look for this story on our website. So what are your thoughts on all this gas stuff?
I don't have a problem if they're taxing oil companies. I don't have a problem with that. And the reason is President Biden said recently that the crude oil barrel prices had dropped, but the big oil companies aren't passing those savings down to customers yet. And he thought that was not a good thing. So I don't have a problem with them taxing oil companies. I don't think the government should just give us money because gas prices are high, because our economy is reeling already. And with all the stimulus checks and all that, money has to come from somewhere. We don't just make it. And so that's what I worry about for our budget. But if they're taxing the oil companies, that's fine with me.
I like what Dr. Simpkins brought up as far as like temporary versus like long-term. Is this just a short-term solution? But if this is something that's going to be, you know, the gas prices are only going to be up for like a couple months, is it something that we actually need? So.
And we've already seen a little bit of drop, right? So
yeah,
if that continues,
it is. It's still above $4, but we are starting to see
that's good.
It plateau out and, you know, kind of go down a bit.
We'll keep you posted on all this, of course.